Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices, and starting with the DAX here. And we could look at this in a couple of different ways, and we'll come up with a couple of strategies as well. We don't want to miss anything, but the move down through here to this point is in 5 waves. So because we've got 5 waves here, after an A and a B and a C correction, we would get another 5 waves. And we do have 5 waves here in this little move through here. So it's really quite possible to have this as an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave in this space here. That's possible, but we won't go there just yet because the rally that's moved up through here appears to be in 3 waves, so we should be looking at more downside. Of course, there's really good support on 12,700. The other point here that needs to be made is that from this high here down to this low here, let's just say that the 12,750 is the 50 and the 60% retracement level here. So if you found tested support on top of this level here, then you can look at going long from that point. So just getting an idea on that. So if there was a move up here, then it's going to react from here, then it's going to move up here, then there'll also be a smaller little ABC, and then there'll be the support, and then it'll move up from there. So if you get something like that here on the 12.7, you can start to see it accumulating there. Don't rush in early, but you know, start to think that we'll be on the positive side from that point. We looked at being short here on the Friday. I don't think many traders would, short-term traders would leave positions open over the weekend like that, so I can remove those. So we can put a little, I'll leave that there, and we'll leave that one there. But basically, if that turns long from that point, support on here, then we need to be looking at being long on that point there. Let's just go to the tick chart there. So we know that 12,750 is important as support, then the market's going to be rallying from that point, okay? That's the main thing to take away from this point here. So I'll just save that, and I'll just go to the tick chart here. Now, the thing I like about the tick chart here is that this move up through here that we were just looking at, we can see that we've got 1 and 2 and 3, nice complicated 4th wave, and then a 5th wave here. So we've got 5 waves here, and then it pulls back 50 or 60%, and then we've got wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So really what we've actually got here is we've got an ABC correction from here. So I'll just put those in here for a moment. Oops, the daisy. It's probably the next degree higher in terms of structure, but it doesn't matter. It's just labeling it here. So that means that, get rid of that. We could use that here. We've got 1, 2, 3. So let's double check that. Okay. That can play out like that, and that's quite good like that. That's 5 waves coming down through to here. So that would be wave 1 here, then back for wave 2 here, and then this is the 3rd wave here, the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here for the 3rd wave, the 4th wave and the 5th wave here. So I can see that the lengths here are expanding to the downside. We've had our sort of wave 2 pulling back 50 or 60%, and we know that that's 1230 here. We were looking at 1250 before, so we'll know that if the 1250 became the support, we'll be going long from that point. But in this case here, we could also look at it being a bit lower here too. So the same thing applies here. If 1230 became a nice tested support, you would need to be long from that point. Now the thing is that because this, just move these across here. Now, because this is 3 waves up here, then that means that we should be taking the low out here, of course. The problem is that the 12.7 is a big whole number, so there's going to be support there. So the market can rally back off the support here, okay? So don't jump the gun too early. So from that high here to this low here, the 50-60% comes in at 12.720 here. a nice 72 number here, so that if the market's going to, you know, rally and stop here, that, I mean, that's where it's going to stop from here. So even once again, even though we've spoken in the bigger picture at the 1250, we've spoken about the 1230, we could also use the 12,720 here as a nice tested support as well. I would expect the market to come back to this box first, so don't go pushing buttons with, you know, without actually, you know, seeing it develop some support on there. This is 100 ticks, so you want to get it on, you know, 5 ticks or 10 ticks or 20 ticks or something. You can even have it on tick for tick if you can count the waves, which is certainly easy enough if possible. Sometimes you can count them, sometimes you can't, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. So just doing a bit of tidying up here. So basically with this market ABC here, then this market is likely to come further down here. But if you're going to support it from this space here, then it would be, you know, it would be nice to use this large number here. So in that case here, if we see the market come down here, then back up to the 720 area here, and then if the market, well, it's going to come down here again, isn't it, bounce there, and then it's going to bounce there and there. But once it's under there, then you know that you've got your setup, you're on the right side of the market at that point, and then you can move down to the next level. So we're looking at 600 here, 700, so we can look down to, well, the 650 here is going to play out as a strong point here as well, so don't forget that midpoint there at 50, and then the 600 here. So we just need to see if we're going to be looking at moving into that downtrend there. So I'll just clean this up a little bit while I'm here, not do too much, because another session I won't be able to reach that there, so that's fine, it's just stuff. Okay, so on the bearish mode there, so you know where to be long now, that we can start building from long from, and you know where you can start building the short from, and this is suggesting that we could move lower from here. I mean, this could also be counted differently as well. It could be counted as an A wave up to here, a B wave to here, and then a C wave up here. But if we're going up here, then it's going to be the same length as this here, so we could put this here just as an alternative B wave here and a C wave up here if there's going to be a larger rally, and that's why you can go long from having a nice tested support on 1270, only a small position with the view of adding onto the 1230, and then you can use the 40 as well and get to the 50 and lock in a bit of profit at the 50 there. Right. Let's go to France first. So France here, we've got from this high here, we've got a ABC correction here for the A wave, the B wave to here. The B wave could also come across here, but it fits nicely with this being wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. We've had that pullback in here as well to the 50-60% retracement level. So we're looking for, when we spoke last time, we were looking for basically a break lower from here, and we can lift that up to here. Now we've got that trend line there, and once again, if support is found on 5.3, we need to be long, but otherwise we're still looking at moving south here. Also too, with the trend line here, they act just the same as at a level here, so when a market's moving through them, they'll bounce back, they'll come back, they'll check it, and then they'll move down. Sometimes you'll get a double retest here, which moves a bit higher, so always be mindful of that and keep the stop out of the way on that basis there. The AEX will be in much the same boat as well here for this market. We're looking for short trades here as well, and we don't need to be long here. We wouldn't think of being long unless we, well, if 520 became support, we'd think about that, but really the market would leave the 520 if it got support on 523, so it hasn't got that. We're still in the bearish. It hasn't rallied back up here to its point here, not that it has to, but certainly if these low, you can be short already, not a problem, but any new lows through here, we need to be short at that point there. And the UK market is in much the same boat as well as France and the AEX as well here. So There's different ways to count all of this. I mean, I could count this from here as an A wave to here, a B wave to here, and then a blue C wave to here, and that's the end of it, and we go up from here. Or we look at it the same as the other markets, and we're looking for a break below 7.4 here for the next short trade here. Yes, it can rally higher. I've got this as the A, the B, and the C here, so it may not go any higher than it is here, or we may have to see it move higher as well. So if this is 5 waves up here that it looks like, we can come to the 61.8% mark here, and the market could move up into this space up here. So any long trades here will just need to go for the top here, but otherwise we'll see this move back down and bounce and then move through back lower from here. 7.4 never really it's not I mean, it's an important number because it's large, but it's really the 5 and the 3 here that we'd be looking at. So if this gets breached here, then be on the short side at this stage. But we don't have a full retracement back up here yet for wave 2, and we may get that there. And if that's the case, then I need to put wave A here where wave C is here. It's just a little bit messy to count in here. I've taken that ABC off, as a general consensus from the other European markets. Alrighty, cheers.